Today on Suncoast View, voters head to the polls tomorrow for the midterm election, but Florida voters are different than in past years. We'll discuss.
We have long looked to the French for their beauty and aging secrets. Today, we'll ask a renowned French beauty editor how the French always look so fabulous.
And one of the fastest growing communities here on the Suncoast is now exploding onto the fine art scene. We'll preview Parish Playworks. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show. Happy Monday, everybody.
Hey.
Welcome back to beauty expert Vicki Williams.
Hey, honey.
Great to have you with us.
I love having you here, Mickey. Birds of a feather flock together.
Yes.
I always figure I must be prettier than I thought if I'm with Mickey.
Oh, you were stunning.
And
Come on.
stylish
I
in a
know
very
it.
Florida dress. Not to tell
Dress.
secrets, but Linda doesn't typically like or want to wear dresses.
I
And-
haven't worn a dress probably in 10 years.
And we tell you all the time that's crazy because you look amazing.
I feel very strange. And I think I sprayed my legs. I think I may have missed in some cases. So you'll see my footsteps.
As in
across the
spray
newsroom.
tan?
Spray tan, yes, yes.
I love it. You should have had Mickey do it with you.
Yeah.
She's an
Well,
expert.
I got the front done. If it
I'll take care of the back,
Commercial breaks,
baby.
commercial
I'll take
breaks.
I'm
care
just
of the
going to
back.
face people today.
It's a gorgeous dress, and it's so you. I mean, it's so bright and lovely and beautiful. You look fabulous. You're
I
perking
like
up my
bright,
Monday.
sparkly things.
I
yes.
am glad that we've got you back into dresses. 'Cause
Oh,
that's
I'm a little nervous.
It's easy. You have one item of clothing, you throw it on, you're out the door.
Oh, this is so scary.
We're going out on the edge on a Monday. Hey, let's see who's in our Rice's Appliance kitchen today. Speaking of edgy, Chef Mel from Whole Foods Market. Great to have you with us. Happy Monday.
And a happy Monday to you.
What are you bringing us on this fine day?
I'm just going to use all the words associated with fall in one recipe and just keep repeating them.
Okay, is pumpkin one of them?
Pumpkin's going to be a lot of the words.
Squash.
Thanksgiving's going to be a lot of the words. Squash is going to be a lot of the words.
Harvest. You have to say harvest.
I haven't, oh, that's a
There
new
you
one.
go.
We'll throw harvest
All
in.
right.
That's
We'll
fantastic.
make that the title of the recipe. All right, well, we're feeling fall with Chef Mel from Whole Foods Market, so always great healthy ideas, which will be good for us on a Monday. I'm determined to be healthy this week, so we're done with Halloween. We're not quite to Thanksgiving. We can do it.
Yes,
Couple
we can.
weeks of
Starting
clean eating.
today.
We're going to try, starting today with Chef Mel. Well, Linda, you had a fun family weekend, which makes us very
I
happy.
did. My stepson Cliff lives in LA, and he's here for a couple of weeks, so we have been entertaining him, taking him to our favorite places. So we went to Patrick's, of course, because his dad's picture. Cliff insists on taking the pictures. He's an artist in LA, so he does a lot of this. So there we all are, Kathy, her husband Jason, and of course Leo and Lila, my grandkids.
Did
And
Cliff go to the bathroom to visit Bud?
Bud is now out front by the bar, I'll have you know.
Oh, he's out of the bathroom.
They have moved Bud's picture. It's right beside the window, so he can see all the TVs with all the sports on it.
I have a
This is a
request.
picture of my husband, by the way, not the real thing.
I have not been to Patrick's, and I have not seen Bud at Patrick's.
Oh, walk
So
down
would-
Main Street.
No, I
look in
want
the
to go
window.
with you. I
Oh,
think
you've
we
got
need to go together.
Yes,
You've
I
got
need,
to.
I need to go to Patrick's and meet Bud.
Absolutely. A field trip.
Yes.
And keep Bud out longer, I'm sure, if a lot of people
Yes,
visit
if more
him.
people. I think I'm actually going to go tonight because it's
It's
a
Burger Monday.
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
well, go over and stand by Bud's picture and take a picture
I will,
for
but
us.
then I'll
Can't
save
go
a
tonight,
spot for
but
when you can
yes,
go next.
save a spot for me because I would like to go see Bud. Well, I love it that your family is always going there to see Bud.
Well,
and
you
to-
know, you're just blending your family, but we've been blended now for about more than 40 years. Cliff is my stepson, but a very, very close family.
You give me so much hope. I have to tell you that your stepson comes from all the way to LA. His father has passed, and to visit you, his stepmother, and see Kathy, his half sister. I mean, that's really exciting to me.
It is, and we're a very close family. It's family, and it's like we just saw him yesterday. Well, we saw him in March, but it was just like he was just here. I mean,
Right.
that tie, that bond never goes away.
Well, good. That gives me hope because there's
Yeah.
days in a blended family you're not sure.
But
as
the
you
days
well
in
know.
a regular family, you're not sure.
That's a very, very good point. It's never easy.
No.
So we love that you are doing that. I love, okay, I'm not sure love is the right word. I'm not ready for this personally, the holidays hoopla, but it's here from Starbucks and we don't want you to not know what's going on. So these are the 4 holiday cups this year. I will tell you something I do love. They're kind of throwbacky. They have kind of taken pieces from Starbucks holiday past, the Star Cups, the branches, the Argyle, and kind of modernized them, but they went a little bit more retro in terms of feeling. And that I do love, because I'm old enough to remember Starbucks' first original cups so many years when the fact that they had a holiday cup was a big deal. So these are the 4 that you will see throughout the holiday season, which apparently has started, whether you're ready for it or not. They also are putting out a limited edition reusable red cup. And that I think is really cool.
Yeah, right.
So, you know, you get these as you will, but I think everybody picking up a reusable cup always
Can I
a
ask,
good
do
idea.
you get to pick your cup when you order your coffee?
Oh, I
That's
wonder.
a good question.
No.
I don't think they have
Our
much patience
producer
for
Kaylee-
that. No, our producer Kaylee actually moonlights at Starbucks, and she is glaring at you like, do not request a cup. It's bad enough you want a certain kind of sugar and a certain kind of milk.
I know. I feel like there's
So-
already too many requests as it is.
I
And now you're
know.
just throwing
Another
in 4 different
modifier.
options.
Kaylee, you
Like-
get what you get. Is that right? You
So
get
it's
what
a
you
luck
get.
thing. You
Right.
know, if you get the green cup, you're really lucky. So
I really like this
I don't
one.
think
like
anyone
this
has been mad about these yet, though. Remember
No,
last year, everyone's up in arms because it's too Christmassy. It's not Christmassy enough. I think these, I hope, make everyone happy.
if you get mad over a Starbucks cup,
Right?
you need to get a real life.
Exactly. I think we've had that
You heard that
conversation
from
before.
Linda.
Yep, I absolutely agree. So, ready or not, here they are. So, you know, it's 86 and humid. I have trouble getting in the spirit, but we'll do the best we can. You know why we're not ready for the holidays? Because something very important has to happen first. It is time for our first hot topic. There is just one day until midterm election day, and there are many key Florida races really driving voter turnout. USA Today reports that Florida's voting demographic is changing. Voters are now younger, more diverse racially, and less likely to belong to a political party than at any time in recent decades. 37% of Florida voters under age 30 reportedly have no party affiliation. Political science experts say this new generation is more concerned with the candidates than parties. How do you think this can influence elections?
Yay, young people.
I totally agree.
It's true. I think this generation is really outspoken and mobile, and they're doing things. And I know that sometimes we rag on the millennials and younger, for some of the things, you know, some of the other things maybe that they won't tolerate, and we're like, oh, toughen up. But I like the fact that they have like a no BS system. You know, if they're looking at the issues, and I love this. I think
They're not going to think the way the party thinks.
Yep.
They're going to make their own
Right.
decisions about
no
these
herd
issues.
mentality, I feel like, for them.
That's it. That's it. I
But
love
I
that.
do really despise the way how one celebrity can completely change the way these people feel.
That's
this age
true.
group.
The younger
You
So-
don't
demo.
like that?
I feel like celebrity endorsement's always been there, so it's not really kind of like, you know, this person backs like this Republican or this person backs this Democrat. But I feel like now if Kim Kardashian says to do something, we're going to have a whole flush of people that are rushing towards whatever she says to do.
Oh, that's scary.
It is very scary. So since we're in that digital kind of like revolution, it terrifies me that I just hope that they're basically taking the time and researching the actual
Yes.
topics and getting involved. And it is a research generation,
Yeah.
so it's
Right.
great.
Yeah.
And
It's
will
also
they
a
turn
very-
out? I mean, that's the other thing.
Will they
Yeah,
go to
I do
vote?
believe that they will. I mean, at least I know that like a lot of people like are just really, really proactive that are just getting out of high school because of all of the things that are happening with gun violence and things like that. They're, you know, and they're going, and there's a lot more kind of presence in schools now saying, hey, you're going to be turning 18, make sure you do A, B, C, and D. And again, there's these celebrities that are saying, hey, you know what, when you turn 18, you can vote, so go out and vote. Didn't they just have this huge campaign right now, I think, with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Oh, yeah.
And was it him
Oh,
and
Snapchat did it. I
Yeah.
mean, all their mediums, the places that they are in tune with, are pushing the
Yeah,
vote.
yeah.
So I think there's hope. My daughter's 18, so this is her first election, and she signed up to be a poll worker because she
good
wants
for
to. She
her.
wants to see what it's like.
That's really
Oh,
cool.
We'll
good
see
for
how it
her.
goes. Well, and they pay $13 an hour where
nice.
she's
They're
living.
like,
Then there's
That's
that.
inspirational.
But you know, I think it'll be interesting to get the feedback from the younger generation.
Yeah,
and see what
Hopefully
have,
they
so.
can do better than we've done.
Yeah, well, you know, we'll see what happens. But regardless, get out the vote and make sure you tell your friends. So this is a good topic for a Monday because everyone's a little slow. We're supposed to get 7 hours of sleep a night, every night for our health. Most of us don't. But what if you got paid to make it happen? A Japanese company is rewarding employees who sleep at least 6 hours a night with points, and they can be worth as much as $570 a year. Those points can then be used for food in the company cafeteria. So the sleep is tracked by an app. The reason this is happening, Japan is notorious for the health issues caused by overworking. You know, we've heard for decades about the Japanese work ethic and how America falls short on that. I do think we fall very short, though, on sleep. I could certainly be more motivated to sleep if there was a reward at the end.
This is smart, too, because think of how much more productive your workers would be if they had the sleep. I mean, how much time have you wasted, not you, but all of us, for days where you were, oh, I was tired, I could just kind of zombied through that day.
Right.
Yeah, well, I've a lot of nights tried to go to sleep. Imagine, okay, I'm not going to get those points. I'm not going to get those points if I don't go to sleep.
Oh, that's a good point. Well, I wonder if it's actually tracking your shut-eye or just your horizontal.
Or your
Think
movement.
about the sleep app figures out every single time you toss and turn.
That's a very good point, Linda. I would wake up and have anxiety that I wasn't sleeping.
Yes.
The money.
Get more aware of it, yeah. And also, what about like keeping your smart device underneath your ear or that motion detector? Like, is it built into the mattress or is it actually an app that's on your phone, which they're saying now isn't the best thing to be sleeping right next to your head
So
at night?
maybe you could hire somebody to sleep for you.
Or
if
just
they
sleep with me at this point. Yeah, I mean, a
Take
snuggle.
notes.
Well, I mean, just a snuggling
notes
makes
of
it
your
better.
That's a whole different incentive.
That is a very different incentive on Monday morning, not one I can handle. All right, moving
Never
on.
mind.
The world is divided into two types of people, and many of us who are married know this. Those who stop and make their bed in the morning, and those who roll out and leave the balled up sheets so that I have to look at them until I crawl back in the next night. You can see how it goes in my house. Well, you may want to take some time and make the effort to make the bed. A market research company found that there's all sorts of ways that making your bed every day can benefit your life. Bed makers reportedly get better sleep at night, tend to be morning people, have better self-esteem, and show better attention to detail. Psychologists say our living space is a reflection of our mental state, and our minds like routines. Okay, fess up. I am a bed maker.
Bed maker. But then I only sleep on half my bed, so I don't have to make the other half. I never allow myself to cross that line, so I only have to make half a bed.
I am a bed maker, but my other half is not a bed maker, and I'm up first every day. So I throw my sheets up over the pillow to prove a point, and then I walk in every afternoon and growl that the other half looks like a tornado went through. Joey?
I married a bed maker.
Oh, good.
Yes,
But
I
you
am
are
not
not
a
the
bed
bed maker.
No,
But
I'm
does he
becoming
get up?
one.
Does he get up second so that you come home to a made bed?
Yeah, because I'm up super early.
Admit
and so
it makes you feel better to come home
It
to a made
does.
bed.
Oh,
Yes.
it absolutely does.
Yes.
But we have levels of making the bed of just putting the sheets up and then putting the comforter and all the pillows back. So
Oh,
like,
right. I
it's going to be a
understand.
great day if I come home and all the comforter and pillows.
See? And I think that's the point of
Yeah.
this study. Okay, Mickey, you live alone. You don't have to do anything. Do you make your bed?
Absolutely, I 100% do, because this isn't a new study. Like the 7 Habits of Highly Successful People, they say if you make your bed in the morning, and I'm like a self-help guru, that 10 years ago I woke up and I'm like, this is the problem. I clearly can be more motivated if I just get out of bed and make my bed, right? But it's true. It's going to bed at night. You know how you maybe consider binge watching one more Netflix or writing one more blog, and then you go into your room and you see your bed there and you're just like, oh, it looks so cozy. I want to crawl in. And then in the morning, so you keep starting to make these mental things, and after a while it just becomes a habit. So
Absolutely. And it's just, to me, it's coming home from work and not feeling, oh my God, this place is such a mess. Then I start stressing about my home life. And I feel the same way about dishes in the sink. I will get up and put the last dish in the sink from a near sleep to avoid starting the day going, oh my God, this place is such a mess. I have so much to do.
You would be so happy in my house.
Can I have Jerry?
I know.
Nothing
we'll
against
switch.
my husband, but I would like to not be the one that has to do that every day.
He'd be thrilled. You too would be thrilled.
It hangs in my mind. You know, there's always those dirty dishes and that unmade bed, and it makes me feel out of control.
Right.
So I have to have that done at home so I can go forth.
But it's also the sign that I know I'm told I have control issues because I can't move on. You know, like, can't you just come to bed? No, I can't. I can't.
Yes.
So there's
But
a
it's
habit for
working
everybody.
pretty well.
You know what? We all get through every day the way we do it.
we do.
All right, well, here's something I'm glad I don't have to see every day. You never know what you're going to find at Goodwill, and sometimes it's amazing. Well, this certainly was at a Fort Worth sorting center. Workers found an albino boa constrictor. So they were working in donation processing and like tipping the machine that apparently sorts some of the soft goods. The massive snake was found hanging over the edge. Nobody thinks it actually slithered in there. Maybe they're just choosing to think that. But rather, they're pretty convinced it's either dropped off accidentally or on purpose.
Oh, probably on purpose. They didn't know what else to do with
I
it.
would tend to agree with that. I know they're still trying to research.
Wonder
the
if they're going to
how.
get a tax deduction for that.
Every time I come here, I stay with my friend, and she has her dog, and he leaves a bone in my suitcase every single time I
Really?
go back. And I open up. One time, it was a stuffed Dalmatian. He always leaves me a gift. If I found that, I would go wackadoodle. That's crazy. Like,
You never know what
Yes.
you'll find.
I bet they can sell it though.
I don't know if they'll want to. All right, we're going to check in with our mid-morning forecast. When we come back, everything you need to know about bodily injury liability in your car insurance. It's important.
Quiet conditions on radar at this hour. We're not seeing much in the way of any kind of echoes till you get a little bit further to the north where there are some scattered showers around. That's a frontal boundary stalled out just to our north as a warm front and kind of wraps up around a low pressure area off the mid-Atlantic coastline. Another area of low pressure dives south and produces the potential for some severe weather in parts of the central deep south. Because of all the cloud cover associated with the area of frontal boundary located out in Gulf waters, we do get a kind of sun-cloud mix across the region. At times it will be heavy, at other times it won't be that bad. So we'll watch that today as we head into the afternoon. There'll certainly be enough sunshine around that it continues to boost our temperature up till about 86 degrees for a high. In fact, over the next several days, we stay warm up around 86 degrees. Election Day looks great. No issues here with weather. The next chance of rain will come with another front that heads our way just in time for the weekend, knocking down our temperatures about 5 degrees.
Whether it is health insurance or homeowner insurance, we typically purchase insurance policies to protect ourselves. However, a portion of car insurance is actually purchased to help other people as well. In today's Injuries Are Personal with Carl Reynolds Law, attorney Carl Reynolds is here to further explain bodily injury liability. Welcome back.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Okay, on surface, we're like, really? Is this all that interesting? We have gotten so many questions about this part of car insurance because it's a little bit complicated. So let's try to understand a little bit better.
Okay.
Do we have to carry bodily injury liability?
Quick answer is no, but let's talk a little bit about that. Bodily injury coverage is unique. Normally we buy insurance for ourselves, health insurance to pay for our medical bills, life insurance in case something happens to us for our family. Bodily injury coverage is actually to protect third parties, other people, when we make mistakes. So that's why it's really misunderstood, I think, and people don't grasp the concept. But under Florida law, with an exception if you've been convicted of DUI, you do have to carry bodily insurance under Florida statute. Once you get your license back, you have to carry that for 3 years. But other than that, it's not technically required under the law, but there's a couple reasons why you really should.
Okay, well, let's take a minute and look at a declarations page because
Perfect.
they come with our policies. A lot of us sort of file them in the file of stuff we know is important, but we
Correct.
don't really understand it. So this is what a declaration page looks like. Now, we have zoomed into where bodily injury is on the page for everybody to take a look at. Tell us what we're seeing here with this limit and deduction and what it means.
Okay, this is a sample policy. It's a GEICO policy. According to statistics, GEICO is the largest auto insurer in the state of Florida. So approximately 20% of your audience is going to see a deck page or a declarations page just like this. And you'll see under coverage, it has bodily injury liability, and it says each person, each occurrence. So when you look under limits, you'll see 10,000 slash 20,000. What that means is this particular individual purchased $10,000 of bodily injury coverage towards any one person they hurt, but a maximum of $20,000 per accident. So if they hit a bus full of nuns, the max that Geico is going to pay out is $20,000 for that accident. And then you see what it costs for that particular coverage.
So let me ask you this. It's not that I'm not trying to be a good person, it's that I'm trying to save money. And it's like, you know what, money is tight right now. I don't really want to cough out $150 for, bodily injury. I'll take my risks. I'll take my risk that I'm not going to hurt anybody. Why is that a very bad idea?
Couple reasons. First, even though it's not required under Florida law, you could be subject to claims from a hurt individual and then come after your assets.
Like my house or?
Well, house is often protected by homestead, but they can put a lien on it. But any investment property, any stocks, any bank accounts, and you might say, well, I don't really have those anyway. Well, there is a financial responsibility law in Florida where you're basically issuing a bond for $10,000. And if you can't pay that $10,000 out of pocket, they can suspend your license and hold it until you pay it. So I'm willing to bet if you don't have those investment properties and those things you think you're judgment proof, I'm willing to bet your driver's license is important to you. So for that reason alone, you ought to carry it. But there's another reason, and that is the way they constructed Florida law, you can't protect others or you can't protect yourself more than you protect others, meaning you cannot carry, we talked about this before in an earlier segment, uninsured motorist coverage unless you buy bodily injury coverage.
Okay, so why should you get to protect yourself against the uninsured motorist if you're not willing to take responsibility of what you might do to someone else?
Correct. So you have to buy bodily injury coverage in order to qualify for uninsured motorist coverage. And as we talked about, you got a 50-50 shot of being hit by someone who has no bodily injury coverage that we showed on that policy or no insurance at all. So you've got to carry uninsured motorist coverage. I don't get paid a dime for peddling insurance and for any company. I'm not endorsing Geico particularly. That was just a sample policy.
Sure.
I don't get paid a dime, but you got to carry it because I see it too often. People come into my office, they're devastated by an accident, by injury, they got medical bills piling up, and there's no insurance.
So as a lawyer who deals with people, unfortunately, who are struggling as a result of auto accidents, is your minimum baseline of what we carry, the bodily injury, 10-20 or whatever is affordable in the budget?
Well, the financial responsibility law in Florida requires you to carry at least $10,000, either a bond where you're saying I can pay it, or at least the coverage. I would carry as much as you can afford. Okay, you saw the breakdown of what it cost in that policy. That's a 6-month term, so it was basically $20 per car per month.
Right.
If you can push that up, usually they sell them in increments of 10,000, 25, 50, 100. Carry as much as you can because you can only get uninsured motorists in that amount.
And so it all beats getting sued.
Correct.
which is certainly a risk. All right, Carl, we appreciate you breaking it down for us. Sure. Auto insurance can be very confusing. So any information about any of your legal questions, you can go to injuriesarepersonal.com. We'll be right back.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. Gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're getting so wet.
Hi, I'm Ralph. I'm 57 years old and I've lost 46 pounds on Dr. D's program. It's changed my life.
If you'd like to lose up to a pound a day of fat, call me now for your free, no obligation appointment.
There are lots of people who are confused about which Medicare plan is right for them.
Hey, that's me. I barely know where to start.
Well, start here with me, Karen. I'm a licensed Humana sales agent.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Karen. I'm John Smith.
Hi, John. At Humana, we know you're unique, so you have different needs from other John Smiths.
Yeah, I've always thought so.
And together, we can find a plan that's right for you.
Great. I go to the doctor a couple of times a year, and I have some prescriptions, but I'm never fully sure of what's covered and what's not.
With Humana's all-in-one Medicare Advantage plans, you get coverage for hospital stays, doctor visits, and Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable and sometimes no monthly plan premium.
Do you have any more information?
Sure. I'll get a decision guide in the mail to you today. They're free.
Finally, someone who understands the real me.
Your health and happiness is important to us. Call or go online now to get your free decision guide. Call a licensed Humana sales agent today.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Hi, I'm Janae. I've lost 46 pounds in Dr. D's program, and I feel great, and I finally got my body back.
If you'd like to lose up to a pound a day of fat, call me now for your free, no obligation appointment.
Welcome back. Many of us would like to turn back the hands of time on our faces, but many of the options to do so are not real appealing. Injections are a short-term solution and require a lot of maintenance, and a facelift is both expensive and invasive. So our beauty expert, Mickey Williams, is back to tell us about a different age-defying alternative, and it's available right here on the Suncoast. So you say we can lift, tone, and tighten without going under the knife.
Well, basically, this is minimally invasive, okay? So you are going to go through like a little bit with your doctor, but you're not going to go through the traditional facelift, and also you don't have that kind of, like you said, the maintenance of having to go back and getting fillers. And what it is it's Silhouette Instalift. We've talked about it before here, and the Suncoast went crazy over it because one of the biggest doctors were here that were doing a lot of the procedures for all of the trials, and everybody went and they just loved the results. Now, why we love the results is because it basically takes the midsection of your face right here, your cheeks, and this volume, and it creates volume in this area where a lot of women and people go to do fillers. So here you go, you can see it right here. And again, this is just basically increasing and restoring that volume to the mid-face and cheek area. And what people really love about Silhouette Instalift is that it's immediate. Now, I personally had the procedure done. So you see that little thing going in there right there?
Yeah.
That's actually made of the same thing, medical grade sutures. So they go into your skin, and as naturally a suture would dissolve, it dissolves underneath your skin, right over there, and that will create collagen. So not only do you get this immediate lift, here he is figuring out where he's gonna take my face and push it up, we'll say that. This is
so it's like
a
string in your skin that he pulls to tighten?
It's not necessarily a string, it's more of like a suture.
A suture,
and it has these little cones that hold it into place, and you can see there at the end, I have this incredible kind of like square to it. Now, I had little kind of baggy spots right here on my face, and I definitely saw them when I would get on TV. They were just little jowls right here, and what he did is Dr. Few kind of took it with the Instalift and pushed it back up. Now, I had this almost 2 years ago, and I still see the results, because even though the sutures dissolve, they actually create collagen in your skin, underneath your skin, to where you rebuild the volume that was back there in your face. Again, no maintenance. It's unbelievable because what you're seeing is people, this is a $3,200, around $3,200. That's an incredible price, kind of,
compared to a facelift.
$12,000 traditional facelift.
Right.
And I want you to see these before and afters, and I find them absolutely stunning. And I think if you would have seen my pictures, you would have seen this kind of thing too. Now, this is just basically something that's really natural, super youthful, and you know what? You leave the office looking like this.
So you can go right back to work.
You can go right back to work, and this is just incredible. Now, this is an area that a lot of us find, this is 6 months later. Look how tight her jaw is. So not only did she get that immediate fix with the Instalift, but 6 months later, she starts to create her own collagen to fill out her face. Look at the midsection there. There's no scars. It's basically put right into place. You're creating that smooth texture to your skin, and you're creating your own collagen. So there's no removal of this. It's a very, very, very advanced. And again, now we have many doctors right here in the Suncoast that are doing it, and again, at a price that's not even a fraction of what you would have to do with a traditional facelift.
Quick question, since you personally did it, how uncomfortable is it?
It's not. It's absolutely not, because they do this kind of like minimal, anesthetic on you. I was sitting there,
topical.
You saw me while I was, it's not topical, they actually do inject a little bit of the lidocaine around. But what was incredible is you saw me that whole time. I'm not out, I'm sitting there talking to Dr. Few while he's doing it. And the only thing that you really actually feel is just a little bit of pressure. I was shocked when I got up because I thought it was going to be something that was, I'm just not feeling this. I mean, what's going on, and it was just all put into the right place.
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
And it's immediate.
It's immediate, and then you get the benefits from here on out.
Oh, wow.
All right, that is a very, very cool technology. For more information about where InstaLift is performed right here on the Suncoast, including Dr. Winkle, ARVIV Aesthetics, and Golden Glow Med Spa, to get more details, you can visit instalift.com. Coming up next, how do the French always look so beautiful? We're going to get some secrets. Stay with us.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish! In your face! In your face!
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
Download the all-new ABC7 First Alert Weather app now.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to check back in with Chef Mel from Whole Foods Market. And whether we're ready or not, the holidays are right around the corner. Holiday help from Whole Foods. What can we get?
You don't have to be ready ever for anything.
You got it covered.
Because you can go online or make a phone call or come in and talk to us, and we will do everything for you.
Oh, good. I love that. Now, how soon should orders be placed?
People are placing orders currently as we speak, I suspect. Go online, look at what's on offer, work out what you need, work out how much you want to spend. Let us do it all.
I think that's great. Sides, turkey, the whole deal at Whole Foods. And we're going to join you to learn more about the harvest menu coming up. Linda?
Our next guest is a renowned French beauty born into a family of French beauties, but she didn't rely on her heritage to make it to the top of the beauty world. She's also an acclaimed author and founder of an online magazine, Beauty and Wellbeing. We welcome Clemence van Mufflin. Oh, we're so happy to have you here today. Thank you so much for coming. Now, you were born into the Parisian world of beauty and fashion, right?
Yes, both my mother and grandmother were beauty editors for French Vogue, and being raised by them was definitely an inspiration. They taught me so much, and to me, they are the perfect example of French women not looking for perfection, but really trying to become the best version of themselves.
So you always knew what you wanted to do, to go into the same field as your mother and grandmother, but you really studied hard for it. You just didn't rely on your beauty, right?
Thank you. I studied finance and economics growing up in Paris at the Université Dauphine. And then I traveled, I did a business degree and traveled in Oxford, in Madrid. And I came back in Paris and I worked for some large beauty companies, learned a lot there, working for Dior, for Puig, Clarins as well. And then I decided to become a beauty editor myself, actually. So.
And you went to New York to do that?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I moved to New York and I started to work as a beauty journalist for a magazine first. And then I decided that I really wanted to sort of have my own voice, and I launched the online magazine beautyandwellbeing.com with a team of wonderful writers, all experts in the beauty and wellness fields, and we publish in-depth interviews, in-depth stories, and we have at the same time a lot of fun.
I have a question. So you were born and raised with the French beauty heritage, but yet now you're more familiar with New York and American women. What is the difference between American women and how they view beauty and French women?
I think in America I see more of a quest for perfection. While French women don't seek perfection. They really want to enhance their best features. The idea is to work with what you've got, make the most of what you were born with. And the idea is not so much to look younger, but to look good for your age.
Now, you wrote a book using what your mother learned, what your grandmother learned.
Yes.
Tell us about your book. It's called Ageless Beauty, the French Way.
Yes, exactly. So Ageless Beauty, the French Way, with that book, we wanted to lift the veil and share the very best French insider beauty secrets. We wanted a book for women of all ages as well, from being a teenager to becoming a grandmother, but also a book for all price points, because all of the secrets that we share are very easy to incorporate in your beauty routine, and they won't cost you anything, from such as double cleansing, which is very easy to do, or we also teach how to do face massage at home, and how face massage is going to tone the skin and activate the circulation, activate the production of collagen. So all of these very easy to do tips. And it's really a book that does not address fads. It's all tried and true beauty tips, very easy to incorporate in your routine. And yes, and for women of all ages.
What do your mother and grandmother think about you following in their footsteps?
They love it, and we still today, we love to share. They love to experiment new products. I'm sure they would have loved to see exactly just what you showed. And so we still exchange a lot, and the new creams they're trying, and new products, new serums. So we love to.
Now you're here for Putting on the Poodle, which is a poodle rescue group having a luncheon to help poodle dogs, which of course are French, we know that.
Yes.
So tell me about this luncheon and why you're so involved in saving poodles and rescuing poodles.
Absolutely. Well, so first we love animals in my family, and both my mother and grandmother actually had poodles. And I was invited today to discuss about my book, and they wanted a French author, so I was very happy to join in this wonderful fundraiser event, the Poodle Rescue Show, and it's going to be this wonderful luncheon, and they raise money to,
to help poodle dogs and to rescue those who need homes. It's a wonderful thing. And of course, people can still go. It's at Michael's on East, and it's today at noon. And when you buy a ticket, you get a copy of your book, right?
Absolutely. And it helps the poodles and other dogs find a forever home.
What could be better than that? And for more information on Clemence and her work, you can go to beautyandwellbeing.com. Next, a Suncoast story comes to life on stage.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny'd been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Like ABC7 on Facebook to stay connected to the team you trust. This is an ABC7 News Update.
Good Monday morning, I'm Ray Collins. Today at noon, the search is on for a hit-and-run driver in a pickup truck who struck and killed a man Saturday night in Bradenton. It happened on 301 Boulevard East. And concern about severe weather along the East Coast on Election Day. We'll tell you about the final push by the prospective political parties. But first, let's get the local forecast from meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, so we're looking at a little bit of cloud cover around today, no doubt about that. We have a little trough of low pressure that's diving southward. You can see that by the kind of curved contours of the cloud pattern. Some of the clouds that are building in response to that trough out in Gulf waters will gradually drift across our area. It'll give the sky somewhat milky appearance at times, but really there's no rainfall associated with this one. Maybe we see an isolated shower today just because of moisture and heating, but even that is unlikely. Our daytime high today will top out warm, coming in around 86.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Welcome back. Parrish is one of the fastest growing areas on the Suncoast. The small rural farming community is exploding with new housing developments and new residents. To preserve Parrish's culture and to bring newcomers and longtime residents together to develop a sense of community, the Parrish Playworks was born. And we welcome Parrish Playworks Director Karen Romont. Welcome back to Suncoast View.
Thank you. It is a pleasure to be here.
Well, tell us a little bit about when Parrish Playworks formed. What made it all start?
Well, about 5 years ago, I was working out at the Parrish YMCA, which is the hub of Parrish, it seems, in the social scene. And a longtime resident asked me, she said, could we do a play about Parrish? We need to do something that lets people know that this community has been here for well over 100 years, and obviously residents way before then too. So I had a background in oral history performance, and I said, yes, we can do a play about Parrish. And we started collecting oral histories and legends. I mean, local pirates, did you know about that? Oh. Yeah, uh-huh. Oh, not just around Sarasota, but all the way up the Manatee River.
That's where the treasure is.
And tell me a little bit about the philosophy now of how you all will bring the community together.
Well, the idea is that we are producing professionally produced community performance, which is not an oxymoron because some of us have credentials and professional experience, but we really want to allow people an avenue of creative self-expression. So we bring everybody in who wants to come into the show. So backstage, on stage, social media, someone I'm working with now has never done anything with theater, and so we're coming together because we want to produce art together, but we also want to tell the story of our community. And I think when you've got old residents and newcomers listening and sharing the same stories, it gives you more empathy.
Oh, absolutely.
And it helps you to understand your neighbor.
Yes, and as a kid who grew up in community theater, there's nothing like the bond that you have with your neighbors when you're putting on a show. Now, all right, it's one thing that brings everyone together, of course, is comedy, and you have a new play called Southern Hospitality. Tell us about the show.
Southern Hospitality was written by some script writers from the Golden Girls.
Oh, so we know it's good.
So it's a hoot.
You had Joey now.
Yes.
It is a hoot. You can see by some of the photos there. It is, I would call it, it's about a farce. It is stuffed full of as many well-written gags, but also some sight gags and things. It's about the small town of Fayro, Texas. And I was born in Philadelphia. I don't know why I'm talking this way. But they are about to lose their hometown, and the four Futrell sisters get together and decide that they need to save their town by bringing a salsa factory there because they need jobs. And then, of course, all sorts of mishaps happen after that.
I can hear the parallels between that and Golden Girls already, so I know I'll love it. To give us a little taste of the show, you actually brought a dessert that is featured in the script, in the story. Tell us what you brought.
This is called Pink Stuff.
Pink Stuff?
Pink Stuff. And it is something that you may find, and it's featured in Fayro Days, which is the festival that they put on in the show. And it is, you will find it at maybe a church supper, dinner on the grounds, that sort of thing.
I've been to those in Georgia. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Have you had pink stuff before?
I think I've had pink
You
stuff.
probably
What
have.
is
Now
pink
that
stuff?
that may be Aunt Geneva Musgrave's recipe. And some of that has, some of it actually is nutritious and may have a little cottage cheese and some pecans in there.
It is a little Waldorfy, right? Or what's the
ambrosia. There you go.
Yes.
And then the other one, which I think you have, Miss Linda, is pretty much non-nutritious, but real delicious.
It tastes good. It does.
It's got maraschino cherries and Cool Whip and other stuff.
I love it. And honestly, this takes you right to a Southern potluck. So
it does.
The show sounds wonderful. You can see Parish Playworks. They will be presenting Southern Hospitality November 9th through the 11th at Hidden Acres Barn on 77th Street East in Palmetto. For tickets and information, go to parishplayworks.org. Coming up next, we'll tell you about a mobile app that could be a lifesaver.
You like to pay less. That's why you made Honda Accord the best-selling mid-size car in America. Get the redesigned Accord, the North American Car of the Year, or Civic, a KBB.com Best Buy for less than the competition. Like SUVs and trucks? Get Motor Trend's SUV of the Year, CRV, the 8-passenger Pilot, or Ridgeline truck for up to $4,240 less. Today at your local Honda dealer.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator. There was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
I'm a Florida voter. I want to make sure my voice is heard.
Here in Florida,
we have 3 ways to vote.
Vote by mail.
Early voting.
And voting at the polls on Election Day.
Make sure your voice is heard.
I'm Secretary of State Ken Detzner. Get ready, get set, vote.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Well, Joey did something very meaningful over the weekend. Tell us about your CPR certification.
Yes, so I teach at the Y part-time, and part of teaching is that we have to get recertified every 2 years with our CPR. And you know, I've gone to this class multiple times over the years, but something about this weekend, it just made me realize how important it is. Yeah. And I don't know why that didn't occur to me before, but someone should be certified at everywhere where there are groups of people. And we discussed this new app called, I don't think it's new, called Pulse Point. It's free, and it will help you identify where the AED machines are around your community.
Oh, wow.
So for example,
good.
the closest one to our station is Publix. So it not only can you identify, so when you see one, you can let people know where it is. This will also let you know if someone in the area needs CPR.
Oh, really?
Before an ambulance gets there. Of course, when help gets there, they trump because they are they're the experts. But it's great. I mean, this could save someone's life.
It's a really good thing to have on your phone, because if something were to happen and we'd need a machine, we'd know where to go to get an
absolutely.
AED.
And it also made me think, oh boy, we need one here. You know,
right?
I don't mean to be an alarmist, but now I'm like, I want one within every 500 feet of wherever I am.
No, good app, very useful, and certainly can make
and
a
you
very
don't
big
do the
difference.
mouth-to-mouth anymore.
You still will do rescue breaths, but it's compressions over rescue breaths, but the AED over all of that.
Absolutely. And Pulse Point is the name of that app, and sounds like a good thing for all of us to know about. Thanks for sharing. Next, we're going to share some good harvest recipes. We're feeling fall in the kitchen with Whole Foods.
This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good morning, I'm Jess Dowdrick. Today at noon, the Venice community protests after 4 bicyclists were hit by a car. What changes they want to see to this busy stretch of road. And a 15-year-old is charged with murdering his mother after an argument about grades. We'll tell you about the twisted cover-up police say that he was also behind. Now let's check in with First Alert meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, quad scanning radar picking up a few showers to the north of us. It's really not going to bother us. We stay dry, but in the warm, muggy, soupy air, all associated with a frontal boundary that's lifted to the north of us as a warm front, stalled out there and wrapping around an area of low pressure off the mid-Atlantic coast. That's going to produce some scattered showers there. For us, in that warm, muggy environment, we get a daytime high that tops out well above average, coming in today at about 86 degrees with not much of a rain chance, really not much of a rain chance for the next 5 days.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jaffe Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Welcome back. We are here in the Rice's Appliance Kitchen with Chef Mel from Whole Foods Market. And Mel, you are bringing us some fall.
Yeah, autumn, I prefer.
Yes, autumn, yes.
And the way she says it, autumn.
It's so much
just
nicer.
Like, it just sounds nicer, doesn't it? It sounds
fall.
Flavors.
A little bit sophisticated.
What are we making?
Are you cooking lettuce? I'm very confused.
I am cooking lettuce. Actually, I'm not actually cooking lettuce. I'm wilting lettuce.
You're
It's
wilting
escarole, which is like escarole is like a thicker kind of lettuce. It has a little bitter flavour. You're familiar with escarole?
I am.
Yes.
I am.
That's a banner day, ladies and gentlemen. Linda is
have that in
familiar
Georgia
with
too.
something I'm cooking. Yeah, so it has that bittery flavour, so
Yeah.
it lends itself really well with everything else that we throw at fall. Everything else we throw at fall is a little bit sweet, you know what I mean? From the butternut squash, I roast this earlier, and then like pears, apples, super sweet. So we want to cut that a little bit.
Okay.
So the escarole, a level of bitterness that's going to be like different.
It
really.
smells a little
Like-
bittery, isn't it? It's cooking. Do we throw oil in the pan with it? How'd you
I
do that?
took that down with a little bit of this pumpkin seed oil, which is also something you're probably not familiar with. Really good for you. Nearly always comes from Germany or Austria. Ugly colour. I apologise for the ugly colour. It looks a little bit like motor oil.
It's not your fault.
No.
Right, it does
It
look
looks
a
like
little-
I've thrown a whole bunch of motor oil on this.
You said it's typically more of a condiment, though, than
Yeah,
than
you're
a
not
cooking?
going to cook with it. I just did it today just because you know me. What do I do?
You can break the rules.
Yeah,
You're
I
allowed.
can break the rules.
It adds a very nice flavor to the fruit.
Like nutty, right?
I
Like,
like
nutty,
that.
but like kind of taste that, ladies. There's
We would
pear
love
and
to.
apple in there.
It reminds me slightly of bourbon on the fruit.
Bourbon.
Sorry.
Like that,
That
kind
explains
of
the
like kind
comforting.
of almost toasty barrely
Yes,
kind of
barely.
woody kind of
Try
thing.
that. And that all that is pear with a little pumpkin seed?
That's all that's in there.
Wow.
So far.
Isn't that, you see where I'm
But
getting
that's
at?
another thing. Like as we move forward, like you're going to see, like basically, what's going to happen is recipes are going to end, and it's all going to be single ingredient, everything treated with condiments. That's pretty much the way that most restaurants are going, especially with like the resurgence of sort of like veganism and just eating veggie
Simple,
stuff.
clean.
Simple, clean, but like so you know what's in there.
Okay.
So you can go home and you could actually serve that as a lovely side dish. Probably.
I agree.
People will be really happy. However, we're going to combine all of
Okay,
these
yeah,
things
let's
together.
combine.
Apple and pears, pumpkin seed oil. We're going to
Okay.
add some of this like just gently heated butternut squash. I roasted that off at the store downtown earlier. So this is cooked through.
Okay.
Escarole in there with that delicious like pumpkin seed kind of like weird nutty
just
flavour.
wilted.
I'm
Yeah.
excited.
And all
This
I
is
did was
yummy.
just pile it in there and just let
Okay.
it sit. So we're going to mix this through.
So the only seasoning right now would be the pumpkin seed oil.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Oh.
It's like blowing your mind.
Yeah, because it makes a big, it makes a big punch.
Right, into that. This is balsamic. This is a fig
yes.
balsamic, which we like because it's got that little bit of sweet in, a little bit of
Yes.
sophisticated.
I'm all about
Slop
fig
that in there.
glaze right now.
A little bit in there.
Can I ask
now,
a question out of laziness? The butternut squash, does Whole Foods carry it already diced like that?
Yeah, frozen. You can
Okay,
just fry
great.
it straight in
Really?
the
It's
sheet
just as
pan.
good?
Okay, good.
Yeah, they actually you can get it cut up for you, ready to rock and roll in the produce department,
Oh,
or
there you go.
frozen,
That makes
either
life
or.
so easier.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
eat-
none of us like to cut butternut squash.
No,
It's a lot of
and
work.
also why? Because it's super dangerous.
It
Yeah,
is. I cut
yeah.
my
You
finger
really
doing
can
that.
hurt yourself. Okay, so apples, pears, escarole, butternut squash in there. Into that. This is a new product at the Whole Food Market. Candied pecans and almonds.
my
Goodness, this is going to be.
I think it's important that we test that.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, I
Yeah,
can't
I
believe
think
Stephanie
we
didn't
need
find
some
those.
Stephanie's
first.
going in there.
And then we're going to finish this with, this is like a really good English Stilton, because nothing says like, you know,
Nothing says
celebration.
autumn like stinky cheese.
Well, the thing about Stilton is that I think it's like a celebration cheese. You don't whack out the Stilton all the year round, but if you've produced a delicious bottle of something, why wouldn't you have Stilton with it? So this is pretty much what you're going to end up. This is very definitely a main course salad, something you could do, like, you know, if you really want to have something with it, throw some meat on there.
I was going to say you could put some turkey on that.
Turkey would be phenomenal.
That's what I'm
this
thinking.
salad. And then like maybe alternative like Thanksgiving dinner, you know what I mean? Does it have to be all heated up in the oven?
Right.
Look where we live. Let's make it something fantastic, and it looks like that.
Oh, that looks absolutely fantastic. All right, so as we get into the fall flavors, Chef Mel pointed it out that her Brussels, whether they are shaved in salad form or whether they are roasted, available in the case for grab and go. The side dishes, the main entrees that we can all order as we get toward Thanksgiving. Whole Foods definitely the go-to source to make cooking easier. I would personally just eat an entire jar of the candied almonds and walnuts. These are amazing.
And come see me at UTC.
Of course
Mall,
we'll come see you at UTC.
Where you can just talk to me.
Right. Pull up, have a glass of wine with Chef Mel at the brasserie and talk to her about all the fun things that autumn is all about. All right, great to have you here. We're going to dig in and enjoy the harvest salad. And what a great way to start the week on Monday. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll, of course, see you here tomorrow on Election Day. We're going to be talking all about that. Get out the vote. Take some time and enjoy the Suncoast view.